I've seen the beautiful game evolve over decades, but nothing could have prepared me for the day I first saw Lionel Messi play. It was like witnessing the birth of a star. Rosario, Argentina, a city that breathes football. And in its streets, a boy who would redefine the sport.
Lionel, with great talent comes great responsibility. You have a gift, but it's what you do with it that matters.
From the start, it was clear. This wasn't just talent. It was something else, something transcendent. But the path to greatness is never smooth. For Lionel, the first hurdle was his own body.
I'm afraid he has a growth hormone deficiency. Without treatment, he won't grow properly.
A cruel twist of fate for a boy whose dreams were larger than life. But sometimes, limitations are just illusions waiting to be shattered. With a ball at his feet, Lionel wasn't small. He was limitless. Even then, his greatness wasn't just in how he played, but in how he shared the game he loved. And then, fate intervened in the form of a scout from FC Barcelona. One moment that would change everything.
Your son? He's incredible. We want him at La Masia, our youth academy.
An offer that was both a dream come true and a daunting challenge. Leave home, move to a new country, all for the chance to play. The decision would shape not just Lionel's future, but the future of football itself. But for Lionel Messi, it wasn't a choice. It was destiny calling. And so began the journey of the boy who would become the greatest player to ever grace the beautiful game. Little did the world know, the revolution of football had just begun. A revolution that would redefine the beautiful game for generations to come. Barcelona, a city of dreams, of art, of football. A place where legends are born and nurtured. And now, the new home of a 13-year-old boy from Rosario, a city that would shape his destiny and witness his transformation into a football icon. I remember the day Lionel Messi first saw Camp Nou. It was like watching a pilgrim reach their holy land. In his eyes, you could see the dreams taking shape, the future unfolding before him. La Masia, Barcelona's famed youth academy, a crucible where raw talent is forged into greatness. Here, amidst sweat and determination, the future of football takes shape. For Messi, this was more than just a new school. It was the first step towards realizing a dream that began on the streets of Rosario. From the very first session, it was clear. This diminutive Argentine was something special. Here, Messi would find more than just training. He'd find kindred spirits.
Hey, you're the new kid from Argentina, right? I'm Andres.
And I'm Xavi. Want to practice with us?
Little did they know, this was the beginning of a partnership that would redefine football. Three prodigies, each extraordinary in their own right, forming a bond that would shape the beautiful game for years to come. Day after day, year after year, Messi honed his craft. His body grew stronger, but his gift, that was always there. With each touch of the ball, each dribble past a defender, he was writing the opening chapters of a legend.
Do you see what I'm seeing? This kid, he's not just good. He's something else entirely. I've never seen anything like it.
And he wasn't the only one who noticed. Messi's rise through the ranks was meteoric. In Guardiola's mind, plans were already forming, visions of a team built around this extraordinary talent. Then came the moment, November 16th, 2003, a friendly against Porto, the day when a prodigy would take his first steps towards becoming a legend.
Messi, warm up, you're going in.
I was there that day. The air, it was electric, as if everyone could sense that history was about to be made. You could feel the anticipation building like a storm about to break. And then, magic. As Messi stepped onto the hallowed turf of Camp Nou, you could almost hear the pages of history turning. This wasn't just a debut, it was the beginning of an era. In that moment, as the ball floated into the net, we all knew we were witnessing the birth of something extraordinary. It wasn't just a goal, it was a statement, a glimpse of the future of football. Lionel Messi had arrived, and football would never be the same. In that moment of pure joy, you could see the spark of a legend being born, a career that would redefine what we thought possible on a football pitch. But this was just the beginning. As Messi left the pitch that day, none of us could have imagined the heights he would reach, the records he would break, the joy he would bring to millions around the world. Off the pitch, Messi found more than teammates. He found brothers. Together, they would push each other to new heights, redefining the beautiful game. As the seasons passed, Messi's legend grew. With every touch, every goal, he was writing his name into football history. I've seen stars rise and fall in football, but Messi's ascent, it was like watching a comet streak across the sky, leaving everyone in awe. With each touch, each goal, Messi rewrote what we thought was possible on a football pitch. His journey from a small boy in Rosario to a global icon was nothing short of miraculous. You see, for Messi, it wasn't just about playing anymore. It was about living up to a legend. The ghost of Maradona loomed large, a constant reminder of the expectations placed upon him. Every triumph was measured against the past, every failure magnified in its shadow. For all his club success, there was one stage where greatness eluded him. The World Cup, that golden trophy that had defined Maradona's legacy, remained tantalizingly out of reach. It was the final frontier, the one achievement that could silence all doubters. But the path to glory was fraught with heartbreak and disappointment. What followed was nothing short of miraculous. Messi returned to the international stage with renewed vigor. The fire in his eyes burned brighter than ever. Each match, each tournament became a step towards redemption. And then, in 2021, the moment we'd all been waiting for, Messi lifting the Copa America trophy, his first major title with Argentina. The drought was over, but the story was far from finished. He's done it. Lionel Messi has done it. Argentina are world champions. The boy from Rosario has climbed the highest mountain in football. And there it was. The culmination of a lifetime's work, of a nation's dreams, of a sport's greatest story. Lionel Messi, World Cup champion. The boy who became a legend, who faced every challenge, who fell and rose again, had finally reached the pinnacle. In that moment, as he lifted the trophy high, Messi wasn't just a footballer. He was proof that dreams do come true, that legends are born not just of talent, but of perseverance, of heart, of an unyielding spirit. This was more than a victory. This was more than a victory. This was mortality. You know, I've seen many great players, but watching Messi rise from that moment of despair, It was like watching hope itself take human form. In his darkest hour, Messi found his light. In the very thing that started it all. His pure, unbridled love for the game. It was as if the world itself was bending to his will, reshaping itself around his talent. And when he returned, oh, it was like he was reborn. Every touch, every goal, it wasn't just football anymore. It was art. It was magic. It was Messi. His movements were poetry in motion. Each touch of the ball, a brushstroke on the canvas of the pitch. Defenders were left spellbound, goalkeepers rendered helpless. He had become universal. And when he finally lifted that Copa America trophy, I'm not ashamed to say I wept. We all did. It was more than just a piece of metal. It was the culmination of a lifelong dream, the weight of a nation's hopes finally lifted. Because it wasn't just a victory for Messi or for Argentina. It was a victory for football itself. From the streets of Buenos Aires to the bars of Barcelona, from the favelas of Rio to the suburbs of Paris, the world united in celebration. Messi's triumph was everyone's triumph. In that moment, the boy from Rosario had finally become the man he was always meant to be. But for all his accomplishments, all his records, Messi never forgot where he came from.
Remember, the most important thing is to enjoy the game. Everything else, it follows.
Humble, genuine, a true legend, not just in how he played, but in who he was. His impact extended far beyond the pitch. Messi used his platform to give back, to inspire, to make a difference in the lives of those less fortunate. In these moments, his true greatness shone brightest. And so, here we are, watching a man who has climbed the highest peaks of the sport, still playing with the joy of that boy from Rosario, Lionel Messi, not just the greatest player to ever walk on the field, but a testament to the power of dreams, perseverance, and the beautiful game itself. A player who has redefined what we thought was possible on a football pitch. And as long as football is played, his legend will live on. In every dribble, every goal, every moment of magic on the pitch. Messi's legacy is not just in the records he's broken or the trophies he's won, but in the way he's inspired generations to dream, to persevere, to love the beautiful game. For he is Lionel Messi, and this is his beautiful game.